why would I waste my time in doing something?
So you don't want to know about the origin of the universe?
Why would I waste my time and time to disprove that there's a teacup circling Mars?
What? But you're lazy, you see. You don't even question that if. You cop out. You want to hide behind your don't knows, because science doesn't know yet, but it will in the future. You live your faith in science. Blind faith, knowing science in the future can change your belief today. The only one who can tell you about the origin of the universe is that originator, yes? Alhamdulillah. Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, claims that he was sent as a messenger by the originator of the universe. So what you have to do as a man who's supposed to be intellectually do an investigation, test the claim. So you'd even question the nature of your mum?
No,
potentially...
No, what I'm saying is that my mind is actually open to any new information.
Alhamdulillah. So is mine. That's how I embraced Islam. Because I was like you 19 years ago. Not as bad as you.
Bad?
No, in the sense of I would never go around to religious people and mock them. Because I couldn't challenge what they were saying.
I haven't mocked anyone. In fact, what I've done is mock their religion, mock their beliefs, but not mock people themselves.
I just said to you.
I had a madman over there before. He was supposedly very religious, and he had his finger that far away from my nose, and he was screaming at me and whatever. And I thought, well, there's a one example.
Was he a Christian?
Israelite.
Yeah, they're Christians.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to brand anyone. And I thought there's an example for religion.
So you've seen the conversation I was having with that Belgian guy, yeah? Mm-hmm. There was nothing emotional going on. It was an intellectual conversation.
Fine, that's good,
but then you came in with one emotional statement. It's a cop-out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I stand by that.
Right. Now, I'm saying to you, 19 years ago, I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, because I don't know what they believe, if it's true, if it's not. I've never challenged it, never questioned it. Yeah? And I don't think you have. I think you've just read things and heard things, and you think you have.
No.
Here's the problem.
I've done a lot of thinking and
discussion.
Paul.
Paul, I'm Hamza. Very nice to meet you. What I'd say to you is this: you thought you had some intellectual higher ground, I believe. No. I think you did.
No.
You thought you had some kind of logic and reason.
Did you feel intimidated?
Intimidated?
Yeah.
No.
Well, because you're talking like you were.
No.
Yeah. So why did you think I had some sort of high ground?
Do you think I felt? What's it?
You're coming from a person that feels.
No. I deal with atheists all the time, right? You think we worship a sky daddy, and we need a crutch to lean on, and we copped out of trying to understand things and just put God of the gaps in.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you believe about us, isn't it?
Yep.
Right. So I was right in my assessment of you.
Oh, you're not bad, because I told you quite a lot about myself.
As soon as you went, it's a cop-out, then I know straight away your stance. Because you thought what you were saying has intellectual ground. And it doesn't. That's the reality.
Why does it not?
Because you can't support anything you're saying.
I have supported a lot of what I've been saying.
All right, I've said to you, me living as a Muslim. All right, who's got a harder life, me or you living as a Muslim?
It's not up to hard life. So you can argue what a hard life is.
Okay, what can you eat and what can't you eat?
I could say that, hey, listen,
what can you eat?
I haven't got a paradise and 72 virgins ahead of me.
What can you eat and what can't you eat?
Oh, no, I can eat anything.
Sorry?
I can eat anything.
Right, I can't.
No.
Right. So who's got a harder time?
So what can't you eat?
One second. So who's got a harder time finding something to eat, me or you?
Oh, with the range of food that we've got available,
who's got a harder time? Really?
I really don't think it's a big battle.
Really?
No.
So I go to a non-Muslim area, what do I eat? I have to have vegetarian pizzas and stuff, isn't it?
Well,
filet-o-fish.
You've got a wider choice than that, I'm sure.
No, we don't. All right. But what I'm saying, the point here is this: who has a harder time? Me or you, when it comes to eating?
Well, I don't think it's a very relevant thing.
Well, no, who has a harder time?
It's a harder time. We all have choice as to where we go.
You can eat what you like, where you like, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I can't. So who has a harder time finding something to eat? It's not a hard question.
Well, it's a...
Sorry? No, but he said he can eat anything.
Well, no.
We're not saying let's say. We're talking about him.
I could argue, I'm a diabetic, okay?
Right,
so I've got equal problems to you.
Oh, okay. How many times a day you have to pray?
Do I have to pray?
Yeah.
Well, none.
None. How many times do I have to pray?
5, apparently.
Right. So who's got a harder time finding time to pray?
Oh, my God. These are restrictions you made for yourself.
Allah Akbar. So why would I choose that? How's that a cop-out? Me making life harder for myself?
Well, maybe you think you're earning points, brownie points.
No.
Remember Paradise and
No,
the
no,
72
no. The point
virgins?
here was this. The point here is this.
Many people do it with a bomb on them.
You said me choosing a religion as me copping out and making life easy for myself.
No, I didn't. I said it's.
What do you mean by cop out?
It's an explanation for the things that you can't explain.
Well, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not at all.
Well,
Actually, I'll explain something
why
to you.
don't you carry on the
Do you know what
science?
science is?
Science is, but fundamentally is knowledge.
Do you understand the philosophy of science?
It's not the philosophy of science. It's continual improvement of knowledge.
No, we're talking about the philosophy of naturalism.
Oh, you carry on. You tell me.
No, do you understand the philosophy of science?
Well, I think I do. Yes.
All right. So basically, science is with regards to the natural world, yeah? And everything has a natural explanation, yeah? Yeah?
Yep.
Right. Is God natural or supernatural according to the definition of God?
What is the definition of God?
Is the definition of God a supernatural entity or a natural entity?
According to the definition of, you said God.
Of what God is defined as? All powerful, intelligent, created everything,
Well, supernatural.
uncaused. Supernatural.
Yeah.
Okay. Can science measure supernatural?
Measure.
Let me rephrase the question.
Possibly in believing something that can't be explained.
Let me rephrase the question.
For irrational reasons.
Let me rephrase the question. Can science recognize the supernatural?
Yeah, it would probably have a good go.
Well, you can't, because the philosophy of science is naturalism.
Yeah.
So everything has a natural explanation, even if you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So this is why atheists a lot say, I don't know.
But what's supernatural?
One second. Something that can't be defined by natural law. So basically, the atheist says don't know, thinking they're being honest, but it's not. It's just they don't have a natural explanation. But there must be one. So you have faith that a natural explanation will come in the future sometime. That's your belief.
No, take the word faith out of it.
Yeah, same thing. Belief, faith, convinced.
No. Observation.
You're convinced.
Yes.
Are you convinced?
Convinced through observation.
All right, and convinced
of
is the same word as belief.
Eh?
Convinced is the same word as belief, faith, trust, convict.
No,
Accept.
I'm using observation.
No.
Thought derived from
I'm
observation.
saying to you,
I've seen science.
the answer
progress.
science doesn't have now, you believe in the future they'll have the answers, isn't it?
At some stage in the future, they'll have.
You believe they will.
They'll have more answers than what we.
No,
what
but
we
you
currently
believe
have.
they'll be able to answer the questions they can't answer now.
Yes. I'm confident in saying that science will have more
That's your
knowledge
belief.
and information
Alhamdulillah.
in the future than it has
Right,
now.
so that's your religion. That's your belief.
Don't
Have belief
don't put religion
in
on it.
science.
No,
You have belief in science.
my thought.
No, it's just your faith, your belief.
My thought.
It's your blind faith. It's your blind faith, my friend.
It's not blind.
It's blind.
It's based on evidence.
It's blind.
It's based on evidence.
It's not, because science doesn't know.
Yes, because science knows more today than it did yesterday.
Oh, alhamdulillah. But guess what?
And it will continue on.
But doesn't
It's
mean it's
the
going to answer
natural
all the
progression.
questions.
No, I never said that. I said
And
more
science-
answers tomorrow than it has today.
And can science
And
of
that's-
the
it's continual.
And can science of the future change what you believe today?
Yes, most definitely, because
Right.
that's one of the strengths of
Allahu
science,
Akbar.
and actually disproving things that they thought was
right.
true, and
Alhamdulillah.
actually coming over with better information.
Allahu Akbar. So
Yep.
what you're saying now is what you believe right now could be false by the future scientists.
Falsified, yes, most definitely.
Right. So therefore, you don't even know what you believe today is true or not. You just hope it is.
It's the best information we have at the
No,
moment.
I agree, but it could be wrong.
Yep, best information.
But it could be wrong.
Yep, science never says something is
No,
continued.
there's no absolute
is
science. I
100%
understand
right.
that.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you, so you don't even know
Yeah.
what you're believing today is correct, according to your your philosophy of science.
Therefore,
You're
who
deism.
can?
Well, you can't.
Who can?
The one who caused the universe is the only one who can.
We go back to that one.
Yes.
See, that's the big fallback.
Who
Once
can
again, that's
who can
lazy.
explain? Okay.
The one who caused the universe.
Why is it lazy?
Call
I say
them
you're
God.
lazy. All right.
Call them God.
No.
It is a lazy argument.
I say you're lazy. I say you're the lazy one. You haven't even bothered to find out whether a creator has tried to guide us or communicate with us.
Oh, yes,
you
I
just
have.
dismiss
I
God.
was brought up religiously in my early life.
What was you brought up as?
Christian religion.
Huh?
Christian religion.
Christian.
Yes.
Practicing Christian.
Oh, I would say so till I started, got to my to my mid-teens when I saw the light.
Say it again.
Till I got to my mid-teens when I when I started to learn and see the light. Yep.
Right. So, what was it that took you away from Christianity?
It didn't make sense.
Sex.
Yeah.
It became hard. Realised he could get drunk.
Well, to start with, why would someone hang themselves up on a cross for the sins of mankind?
Well, they believe that was God.
Oh my! No, well,
They believe God sacrificed himself to forgive them.
there are other people here today that will argue with you that were preaching religion.
I'll take those apart. Anyway.
Yeah, and actually a Muslim.
Huh?
A Muslim.
Muslim what?
That was old Ali that was up here along there. He's been here the last couple of weeks. He's he. There's no way that Jesus was God.
Yeah, we don't believe Jesus.
No, that's right.
Yeah. So I don't.
Hang himself up at a cross to atone for the sins of people. I've never been able to have an explanation.
Well, what I'm saying to you is this: who is the only one who could explain the origin of the universe? Who's the only one who could explain this?
There isn't one. Anybody?
Well, no,
at
there
the
is
moment.
one. There is one.
One what?
Who could explain the origin of the universe?
Who?
Yeah.
Peter Jones.
Who?
How do you say that?
Who's Peter Jones?
Well, you asked a stupid question.
Is it? I thought it was a very simple, easy question.
Who? So he's got a name and a phone number?
Is that what I said?
Well, no. You said who.
I said who.
You inferred.
I said who.
You inferred.
Who could explain the origin of the universe? Who's the only one who could do that?
Well, are you looking for the
Well, there's
answer?
only one who could.
Yeah, but that's making a big inference.
There's only one. Okay. When I answer the question, when we get to the answer to this question, you realise why don't I keep my mouth shut and let this go, because it's so blindingly obvious that I'm not seeing the wood for the trees right now. There's only one person who could explain the origin of the universe.
A person.
Only
So
one.
therefore, it's someone
Only
on Earth.
one.
A
Only
person
one.
on Earth.
Only one can explain the origin of the universe.
So it wasn't God.
Only one.
It was only God. It wasn't God because you said a person.
No.
Look, you've got me
only
beat.
one.
Mate. You've got
only
me beat.
one.
You said only one person who
Okay.
could explain. And I'm
Okay.
sorry, you got me beat.
Let me.
I don't know who that
if
person
I said
is.
person, let me retract that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
The only one who can explain the origin of the universe is the originator of the universe. It's very simple. Yeah?
Well, call it what you like.
Would you accept that the only one, if the origin of the universe can be explained by the originator of the universe?
Well,
No?
that's assuming that there's a creator of the universe.
No,
And I don't believe that there is.
Yeah, that's because you're
A
copped out.
creator.
Because you're a cop out. That's what I'm saying. You're the cop out. That's what I'm trying to establish.
No. I believe
You're
that
the cop out.
My
Because you're not even
mind's-
bothered to
my
investigate
mind
it.
is open to other means
Have you
of it
tested
happening.
Muhammad? Peace and blessing be upon him. Have you tested Muhammad?
Tested Muhammad.
Yes.
No, I don't know what that actually means.
It means basically he claims to be a messenger sent by the cause of the universe, the originator of the universe.
Yep.
Have you tested that claim? Why not? Because
You
you're
know
copped
the
out,
answer
mate.
to
You're
that,
copped
mate.
out. You're lazy. You want to hide behind don't knows. You're the cop out, my friend, not me.
Why would I?
Why?
Why would I waste my time in doing
So
something
you don't
as
want to
stupid
know
as
about the
that?
origin of the universe?
Why would I waste my time and
So
time
you
to
don't-
disprove that there's a teacup
No.
circling Mars?
What?
Why would I want to waste my time on something which is just not worth wasting time on?
What do you mean?
I said that.
Why are you talking about teacup and Mars
Well, I
again?
just used an analogy. Why would I want
Do
to
you know-
waste my
do you-
time
you know this
to
analogy-
prove there's
right.
not a teapot
Listen,
circling Mars?
twice-
I could say that there was and say to you, you try and disprove it.
Twice you've used Bertrand Russell's teapot. Twice.
Yeah.
Right? Now, no.
It's only really to
This
prove
only
the sort of
works.
point you're
This
making.
only works when you're trying to prove God exists, right? Or prove God doesn't exist. So when a religious person says to you, prove God doesn't exist, right? Then you have the opening to say, prove there's no teapot around Mars. Okay?
Same argument.
Right. Yes, it is the same argument, but I've not said prove God doesn't exist to you. Therefore, you have no opening. And again, it's another straw man argument. Because I don't believe there's a teapot around Mars. You don't believe there's a teapot around Mars. So why are we talking about teapots around Mars?
But why
Now,
why are we talking about God?
Well, why? Because we're talking about the origin of the universe and the creation,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Right. So I'm saying
And
to
I'm
you.
looking for
so I'm
scientific-
saying to you is this: if there is an originator of the universe, the only one who can tell you about the origin of the universe is that originator, isn't it?
Important word you used, if.
Right. Oh
Right,
yes, I don't mind the caveat of if.
Big if.
Alhamdulillah. For you, it's an if. It's no problem. But you're lazy, you see. You don't even question that if. You cop out. You want to hide behind your don't knows because science doesn't know yet, but it will in the future. You live your faith in science. Blind faith, knowing science of the future can
Overlay-
change your belief today.
Overlaid with a bit of practicality.
No, science of the you've accepted now that what you believe now can be refuted by science in the future. and you have faith.
Science accepts that, and it's one of its strongest
Right, that's what I'm
points.
saying to you. So you're not even sure about what you believe right now is true.
Who can be?
You're not, though.
Who can be?
Right, so what you've done, I presented a situation where if there is an originator of the universe, the only one who can tell you about the origin of the universe is that originator, yes? Alhamdulillah. Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, claims that he was sent as a messenger by the originator of the universe. So what you have to do as a man who's supposed to be intellectually doing investigation, test the claim. Because if Muhammad is telling the truth...
How can I test it? Give me a method to test it.
Oh, okay. All you have to do to prove Muhammad is a messenger or not is either prove he was crazy, or give me good reason why he was crazy, give me good reason why he was deceived, or give me good reason to believe he lied about what he's saying. If you can't, then he's telling the truth.
Well, how would
Right.
You know that
Now your journey begins.
How would I come up with? Well, it's a journey not worth taking.
Oh, it's not worth finding out whether an original.
It's not worth taking. It's childish.
Okay.
To go chasing rainbows.
Why?
Because where would it get you?
Well, if originator of the universe exists, and the only way
Where would I get to at the end of it?
I'll explain it to you. If originator of the universe exists, and the only way you can understand the origin of the universe is by revelation from that originator, because you can't do it through the scientific method because the science of naturalism refutes that. So all you're left with is revelation. This man claims he has revelation. If he has revelation and he's telling the truth, then you've copped out, you're lazy, and you're hiding behind your don't knows. Why have you not tested him? Why you dismissed it?
Because I've got more important things in my life.
More important than knowing...
Than wasting time navel gazing.
What?
It's wasting time navel gazing to prove something which is highly impractical, highly illogical, highly just...
But what if you do the test and he's telling the truth?
How would I ever get to a point where I could find he was telling the truth?
What if he's not lying, he's not crazy, he's not deceived, he's telling the truth?
Oh, for God's sake.
No?
That's a maniac way of looking at it.
Why?
Because of the fact that it's something that's just not worthwhile doing.
No, I say is it worthwhile finding out if there's an originator of the universe or not? Is that not worthwhile?
I think it's very, very interesting, yes.
Would you like to know about the origin of the universe?
It'll give us more insight as to who we are, yes, most definitely.
Right. So you'd like to know these things?
But I'm not going to look in old books to find it.
Well, you're reading old books. You're reading old books.
I look towards scientists.
Well, you're reading old books.
What do you mean
You're reading old books written by old men. And you're listening to old men, and you're hoping old men in the future are going to tell you what you want to
Some of the most brilliant scientists are not old men.
Sorry?
You're saying our scientists are just old men,
You're
are
quoting Charles Darwin.
Hey?
You're quoting Charles Darwin.
No, I spoke of Charles Darwin's theory, but it's not.
Bertrand Russell?
They're not scientists that I'm currently reading.
Okay, so which scientists are you reading now?
Oh, well, Richard Dawkins, for example.
Richard Dawkins.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So tell me what Richard Dawkins says with regards to the origination of the universe.
Well, that's not his specialist area.
I know it's not. It's a biologist.
No, that's right.
Right. So what you're reading about origination of the universe, that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
So what are you reading about that?
Well, there's what's his name, Green. That's written books. I'm just trying to think of his first name. Green on World Without Time Without a Beginning or whatever. It was a fairly recent book. I've read a number of books that are actually probing into the conditions that cause
but all
the
scientists
universe.
Say they don't know. They're just theorizing, isn't it?
Hey, but they're getting.
No, but the only one who would know is the originator.
Yeah.
Why is there only one originator? Why can't there be two making it at the same time?
What do you mean?
Making the universe, right? It's a single creator.
Right.
Why is it only one?
Why is only one cause of the universe? Because Occam's razor tells us that. Simplest form.
Oh, simplest form. Well,
Okay, but it could.
All right. Okay. First of all, and the originator reveals it so. Because we can't know anything. Look, I've said it again. I'm a Muslim, so I believe in Allah. But I cannot say Allah is all-knowing without believing Muhammad is a messenger of God. Peace and blessings upon him. I can't.
Why?
How would I know? He's all-knowing.
How would you know just because somebody came down and said you?
All right, I'll say it again to you. I wouldn't make the claim that I believe that Allah is all-knowing if I didn't listen to Muhammad. I could not come to that conclusion through intellectual investigation without religion being involved. Do you understand?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of fairly obvious, isn't it? You can't make a decision
I like
about
to speak
religion
obvious
without...
things. I like to speak sense. Yeah?
Occam's razor is a principle of the law.
What's Occam's razor?
Occam's razor
Use
is
it in
that
simplest form.
given any set of circumstances, the most likely one is generally going to be it.
Yeah, and
simplest.
the easiest explanation.
Easiest explanation.
Yes,
Yep.
So, but it's a principle. It's
But
a
what I'm saying
principle,
to you
not
is
a law.
this. What I'm saying to you is this. So we believe Allah has 99 attributes, but I could not ascertain those attributes without the Quran, without Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All right. But what I could do, I could come to the conclusion of a creator existing, being powerful, intelligent, and conscious without the need of religion. How? I've just done 40 minutes. of it. Check out the channel EFDawah.
No, I don't watch the channel.
Oh, you don't watch channels?
I come here to talk. I don't want to go home and watch talking on the internet. We
Right.
come here to
So you don't
talk.
want to go home?
No, we don't come here just to make stuff.
So you don't want to go home?
It's silly.
Okay, so you don't want to go
What
home.
we call speakers corner, we call television.
1 second. So you don't want to go home, watch an hour's worth of footage that answers the question you just asked.
No.
Why just the question? You don't really want to know the answer.
Well, no, but I want you to answer the question to me, so that I have a chance to talk back to you,
what happens, right?
rather than talking to you in comments where I will just get called a troll if I say something you don't like.
Good point.
So I'd rather do my talking to a person than type in an answer to a pre-recorded piece of footage. That's the whole point, Speaker's Corner. That's why we're here. So I'm sorry if you all think that actually recording stuff and putting it on television or online is more important. That's up to you, and you're perfectly entitled to do that. But that's not why I
do we
come
do that?
here,
Why do we
and
do
that's
that?
why I asked.
Why
you
do
the
we do that
question.
though? Why do we record it?
There are probably many reasons why many people.
Why do you
record
think
it,
we
so I
record
don't. To get the word out, probably in your case, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, to spread the word, to show what's going, to bring your debate into
Shall I tell you why we
To go
record?
home and refine your arguments.
But I'll tell you why we record it. So people who didn't hear the whole conversation can hear the whole conversation.
But they could just come down here and have another conversation, couldn't they?
People are watching in America. People are watching in New Zealand. You're here. You've missed an hour.
Sorry?
You're here and you missed an hour.
Don't feel bad about it.
But I've
He
been,
came half an hour late.
but I've been coming here for the last decade, so I'm sure I'll catch up.
No. What I'm saying to you is you're here and you come late to a conversation asking a question that I spent an hour answering.
Okay.
So all I'm saying to you is this. If your question is genuine, watch the video and see whether I responded to it. And I'll say this to you. If you watch the video
Give him 10 minutes.
on EFDawah and you feel I didn't answer the question, yeah? Next time I come here, I'll have a one-on-one with you. Fair enough?
Well, no, what I'll do is I'll come back next time and I'll just ask you the question again anyway.
When am I here next time?
Whenever I see you again. I'm here, like I say, I've been coming here for a long time.
Was you here last week?
No, I wasn't there, but I was here the week before.
And was you here the week before that?
Yes, and...
And the week before that?
No.
And the week before that?
No.
Right. So how are we going to do this? Right.
Well,
Obviously.
we're going to do it when I bump into you.
So
and
no.
you're not busy,
I'm
I'll
saying
ask
to you
the
is this:
question.
if you answer in the comment section,
I don't want, no, again, sorry, I'm not going to engage
Yeah, you
in
missed his
your
point.
forum. I'm not interested.
I missed this point.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, but he wants to
I'm
talk
not
directly
interested in that type of
now,
forum.
as opposed to go away
Do you
and
know
have to
why
research.
I'm not going to do that? Because by the time I finish rinsing him, someone else will ask the question.
No, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea with my wife. Should we?
It's been a pleasure. Remind me again of your name. Sorry, eh?
Paul.
Paul.
What, so you have got a card, have you, for your
EFDawah. Hey, they've got a card on them.
EFDawah?
Has
Yeah.
anyone got a card?
Have you got a card or anything I can look at? Hey?
Yeah. No, seriously, Paul. And look at the other videos. Because this is not the first time I've had this conversation.
YouTube. You'll find it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you got a card?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dawah.
The video I recommend you watch, especially on this. And where'd you go?
Oh, you left.
The video I recommend you watch is one called The Blind Spot of Science. And it's with a boy from Eton. And we had this whole discussion about creativity. It was all about creation and cosmology and such. Yeah? Watch that one. Yeah. Or have a safe flight.
I'll leave it to you to have faith in the fact that I'll be converted.
Yeah. And you have faith in the fact that science don't disprove what you believe today to be true. Done? Done? Yeah, I'll wrap it. Who started that conversation? The Belgian one. All right. is everyone watching the wrap up? Oh no, please no. We're just shy now.
I'll check out the video.
Yeah, inshallah. They'll watch it, seriously. Have you got a card? EFDawah. You can't remember it. You can't forget that. Oh no, I'm just recapping the conversation I just had. You look like crazy. You have a crazy life, man. You're loving it, innit? Sorry? I'll be honest with you. We touched on religion, but it was all about religion. Okay, that was a brother from Belgium and brother Paul from New Zealand. MashaAllah, international today. All right, atheists, you got to get over this, all right? Stop using this term, God of the gaps, because we don't go there. We're not using this. We're explaining why we believe and the reasons for it. And you have to accept that a belief without proof can be true, and you need to test the reasons for that. You have to stop holding on to evolution. It goes beyond that. We're talking about life from a sterile universe here. You can't just skip it and then, oh, well, forget that part and we'll start with the life. No. Our man here was saying, the Belgian guy, he thought it was more logical that life appeared from nothing than something being the cause of that life. And we ask the same questions we ask all the time. Things that begin to exist require a cause, but the originator of the universe can't be caused because then we'll have infinite regression. Please, atheists, you got to watch the videos, man. Anyway, then Paul interjects with it's a cop-out. He thinks being religious is to make life easy for ourselves, so we don't seek life's answers. And we demonstrated that my life is harder than his life. Now, I chose this life. I chose to be a Muslim. So why would I choose a harder life for myself and then it be called a cop-out? Doesn't make any sense. The reality is this. He's the cop-out. Why? The only one who can explain the origin of existence is the originator of existence if he exists. Now we have Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who claimed to be a messenger of this originator. So it's a very simple case. All you need to do, atheists, test Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Did he lie? Was he crazy? Was he deceived? And if you can't bring any evidence to support these three things, then he's telling the truth. And if he's telling the truth, then that means the originator of the universe does exist. And that means now you've got accountability. But you're the cop-outs. You atheists are the cop-outs. You're afraid to seek the truth because you don't want accountability. You want to be an ego and a slave to your whims and desires. That's what you guys want. You don't want accountability. So it's not religious people who are the cop-out. You atheists are the cop-outs. Because you don't seek the truth. And here's the irony of ironies. You believe in the philosophy of science, which tells you in the future science might refute what you believe today to be true. Because there's no absolutes in science. So as an atheist today, you can be refuted by your own scientists in the future. Subhanallah. And you got faith that hopefully they'll answer the questions that you say don't know today. Wake up, people. Just test Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You'll see where the truth lies. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum.